Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel. Today I'm going to show you the Nashville Shuffle. So the Nashville Shuffle is a very simple bowing pattern, and it's often the very first one that people learn when they start with old-time fiddle. Basically it's a long and two shorts. So if we start with a long down, then the next long is an up. Now, in order to get any kind of speed, then the long is actually fairly short and the shorts are very short, so it's more like this. Let's take it up to speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the kind of speed you want to get, and you need to basically get your right hand to know how to do this without being told bar by bar what it has to do. There's a tune called Old Joe Clark which perfectly fits this pattern. It fits it because all of the notes are the right length. Obviously most tunes don't work like that, and you can only apply the Nashville Shuffle to parts of most tunes. This one, it really does work all the way through. So if you're going to practice a tune to learn the Nashville Shuffle, this is probably the best one to start with. Now the way we've played it at the moment, the accent kind of falls naturally on the long notes, like 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. But putting the accent on the 1 and the 3 of a bar is not the ideal place. It's better on the 2 and the 4, da 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 da, because that's the backbeat, and that's what we generally like to have as the driving beat. So we can still do that with exactly the same pattern, but putting an accent not on the long note, but on the first of each short notes. So down, up, or down, down, up, down. So we're now putting the accent on the short. Let's just try Old Joe Clark with that pattern. Etc. So that works really well. You can combine the Nashville Shuffle with the open string drones. So if we're in A, then you can do A and E together. And you could apply that to the tune like that. Let's try a different tune, this time Bile, Cabbage Down, which is an A, a D, an A and an E. So we're going to use double stops again, but we're going to have that as the A double stop, as the D double stop, and then E and A for the E chord. Let's just hear that with some backing. and so on. Now another thing you can do with this pattern is to slide up to some of the notes. So you're not sliding all of the notes, we're going here, so the E is staying the same, the second finger is sliding up. And here the third finger is staying in place, but the first finger on the F sharp is sliding up. And here the open E is staying, but the B flat is sliding up. And you can either do 2 slides or 1 slide per bar. So 2 slides per bar would be. And instead of sliding, you can play separate lower notes. Kind of thing. So you got a lot of variety, and when it comes to dealing with tunes which don't have the quarter note and then 2/8 notes, you can add extra notes, or you can just modify the pattern as you go on. So most tunes can to some extent be forced into the Nashville Shuffle. And finally, why is it called the Nashville Shuffle? You kind of expect that it might be because this is how they played in Nashville hundreds of years ago. That is not in fact the case. It's named after the Nashville recording industry and the early session musicians who had the job of making a brand new song from a brand new singer sound like it was an old song, like a traditional song. So what they had to do was to play something which they could come up with quickly, which had an instant old-fashioned feel to it. And this rhythm and these double stops were ideal for making any new tune, any new song sound like it really belonged up in those mountains where it's supposed to have come from. So that's why it's called the Nashville Shuffle. It's a very useful thing for adding to any song where you're doing a backing rather than playing an actual melody. I'll play you out with a selection of different variations on the Bile and Cabbage Down Nashville Shuffle. Thank you for watching. If you send me an email and subscribe, then I can send you a copy of PDF with all of these different patterns on it. And if you go to my Patreon page and sign up there, you can get all of my PDFs in one go and without asking, as well as all sorts of other exciting benefits. So I hope to see you again in the next video, and maybe to see you on Patreon.